Up against the wall, squabble at Fox Hills like a motherfucking ball.
Why the giraffe don't look like the lion? They don't hunt. It ain't got nothing to do with what you eat. You think the lion look the way it eat because of what it eat? You think the physique is what, like watch the lion. You think that physique is that because of what it eat? It's not. It's the hunt that make it look like that. It's the hunt, because every time it get up and it go out, it's gotta run. Every time it go out, it's gotta jump on my man and boom, bring my man to the ground. And I don't know if you watched it or not, but I promise you, whatever they catch, it ain't just letting them eat it. It's a fight going on, and every time it fight, it gets stronger. Every time it fight, it get more ferocious. Every time it fight, it becomes more of what it is.
Hey, step inside that booth, get loose, knock out a nigga tooth, man. It's your boy, 503 Line, back at it again with another one, man. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. This is the Early Morning Hunt, brought to you by Houston Hard Hitter TV and the place to be with 503 Line. Hey, man, say, man, you already know what I'm finna say, man. Much love to everybody in the gang, LDBC, all the brothers and sisters, the kings and queens. This what it is, man. Early morning hunt shit, man. Shouts out to the whole gang, though. Houston Hard Hitters, usual suspects. You know what I'm saying? The liquor spot. I see my girl Fistiana in the building, AKA Miss Boxing. Miss Boxing, you know what I'm talking about? How you doing, lovely? Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy holidays to you. You know what I'm talking about? What's going down with it, Jay Steels? Merry Christmas to you, my brother.
Merry Christmas, family. And Fistiana, what them thighs do, huh? What them thighs do?
It's cold.
It's cold out this bitch, huh?
I need some thighs. I heard they touch Fistiana. Nah, man, but much love to everybody that come in, man. When y'all smash the like button, jab that like button, subscribe to me, subscribe to my brother R Fella. The link to his channel is in the description box as well. And 2020, man. Since it's Christmas Day, I'm gonna say this: we got some good presents in 2020. We got some bad ones too. The first good present I could think of off the top of my head is the return of Earl Spence Jr. That was a good present. Also to see Terrence Crawford fight a good name in Kell Brook, that was a good present. To see Vasil Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez was a good present. You know what I'm saying? We got some bad ones too. Don't get me wrong. Like I you know what I'm saying? We got some bad ones too. Watching Deontay Wilder lose to Tyson Fury was a pretty bad present. And the aftermath of that fight was pretty bad. Seeing Jamel and Jamal, my H-Town brothers, on their first pay-per-view was a good present. Let me see, what else? Let me see. Oh yeah, that Jose Cepeda and was that Baranchik? That was a good present.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? What else? Oh yeah, just last week seeing Canelo return was a good present. To end the year off right. I mean, watching Edgar Berlanga knock motherfuckers out all year was a good present. If you like knockouts, you know what I'm saying?
Man, because in 2019, I didn't know nothing about Edgar Berlanga. Did you?
Nah, he flew under the radar, bro. He flew under the radar a lot in 2019, man. But 2020, he had a great year. And we definitely going to talk about that on the award show next week. I was listening to your live stream, and we really don't have no fights this weekend, but that PBC card that's coming up. And I think that's really like the only major fight that we're gonna have this weekend on a major network, and that's Morale Jr. versus
Gavonsky.
Vavansky, yeah. Yeah, priest, my brothers UK in the building. Peace, brother 503. Stay safely and all of the best of New Year. Oh, yeah, we coming out. Listen, man, despite the new schedule and me grinding, man, we still going to be doing these shows. I see you in the building, DB, my LA brother. Salute to you, man. We still going to be pushing out these shows and giving y'all hella content, man. I just had some. I didn't go live yesterday. But I had some last minute Christmas shopping I was doing, and I took my kids to go get a barber, to the barber shop to get a cut, and it's listen, man, we gonna hold it down, man, we gonna hold it down, but like I say, PBC do have a fight card this weekend if y'all are interested in any fights. And salute to my brother Allfella for bringing that to my attention because I completely forgot about it. But I'm gonna let my brother cook on it, man. And give me some of your good presents for 2020, man, good and bad. And this right here is the fight card. If y'all want to watch it, it's gonna come on Fox TV at 8 p.m. tomorrow. David Morrell Jr. is the interim WBA super middleweight champion, and he going up against Ganaski, however you say this guy's name. A lot of people are pretty excited about this kid. He don't have that many fights, but I think he got a pretty good amateur background. I think is he Cubano? Or he American? What David Morrell from, bro? I want to say he's from Cuba. Or he Puerto Rican?
Yep. Yeah, he Cuban. He's from the Cuban boxing school.
Yeah, well, this is David Morrell right here. You know what I'm saying? And this fight is at 168, right? Yeah, this is it right here, y'all. And I'm gonna watch this fight tomorrow too, because I ain't gonna have nothing to do. But they moving this guy along pretty fast with only three fights.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I said, yeah, he recently called out your boy Edgar Berlanga. He's calling for a fight down the road. And I mean, David Morrell Jr., he already has a WBA trinket. I think it's, if not it might be the interim championship he got. He only got 3 fights. He's 3 fights deep. This is going to be his 4th fight. So I think it's a good call out for him to call out a guy like Edgar Berlanga. I think it's a beautiful fight. Up and coming prospects, kind of fringe contenders against each other. If one takes the L, it's not the end of the road for them. You know what I mean? They can easily bounce back, being that they're both 22, 23 years old. So yeah, I like this call out from David Morrell Jr. I hope he calls him out after the fight as well, after he defeats this Gavansky guy. But yeah, these are the type of fights I want to see in 2021. It will be, I think, somewhat of a difficult fight to make, being that Edgar Berlanga is on Top Rank, and he's becoming somewhat of a top rank darling, being that he's going so much fanfare in the year 2020 with all the knockouts that he's been producing. So we'll see how this goes down. Nonetheless, but to speak on Berlanga real quick, he needs to step up his competition. Definitely, I rate David Morrell's competition, if we're going to compare the two. His competition thus far has been better. You know what I mean? Once again, his last fight against Lennox Allen, who was another 22-0, highly ranked, kind of mid-level contender, he was able to outbox him for the 12 rounds and take that WBA trinket. So let's hope this, you know what I mean, we can get a president in 2021 and see a fight between David Morrell Jr. and Edgar Berlanga. Huh?
Ooh, Cubano versus Puerto Rico. Me likey. Me likey that. Yeah. My brother DB say Morrell is Cuban, southpaw, and finishes fights. Let's see what it brings. Yeah. Y'all check them out tomorrow, man. If you ain't doing shit, we got boxing, man. We got boxing, man. Like I say, PBC has gave us present after present after present. So has Top Rank. I gotta give Top Rank they kudos. A lot of people give Top Rank a lot of flap, Bob a lot of flap. You know what I'm saying, for what he been doing. You know, holding up these big fights. But Top Rank gave us Shakur Stevenson 2 times this year. They gave us Jerry Big Baby Anderson multiple times this year. They gave us Edgar Berlanga multiple times this year. They gave us Teofimo versus Lomachenko for free. You know what I'm saying? They gave us Bud versus Brook for free on ESPN. You know what I'm saying? You can't forget about Elvis Rodriguez, the up and coming guy who could possibly be prospect of the year next year, if not this year. But I think Edgar Berlanga wins that hands down, in my personal opinion. But I'm gonna leave that up for the people to decide. So yeah, man, I think 2020 we got some good presents. You know, but everything ain't gonna always be good. As you can see, you know what I'm saying, underneath the Christmas tree, it ain't gonna always be shit that you want. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be some shit that you do want. You just gotta take the good with the bad. You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of situation that we in this year with as it relates to boxing. Like I say, in 2020, man, we focusing on the facts, not fiction. I'm pushing for all the fight fans out there. I'm pushing for these big fights. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be subjective or biased to anybody. I love my Texas fighters. I love my Houston fighters to the death. But in 2021, man, being that we got shut out of boxing for let me see, the COVID hit in March, and we didn't have fights for a good 2-3 months maybe. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they owe us some big fights. Let me see what DB say. He say one of the Gary Russell brothers are fighting this weekend in LA. Oh, for real? I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to try to check that out. Hopefully next year will be fulfilling. Yeah, Boxiana. You're absolutely right. What's your thoughts on that? Oh, you got your internet together, man. How you feeling about 2020, man? The good presence, the bad presence we got in boxing, and what's your thoughts on next year?
Yeah, it was very slow to start off. Particularly in Canada, boxing hasn't even came back. There hasn't been one card in boxing since the pandemic. You know what I mean? So
y'all haven't got any sports, no basketball, boxing, nothing.
well, but you see what happened to the Raptors. They playing in Tampa this year. They did the We the South. You know what I mean?
We didn't know if it came to We the South. Damn.
Salute to y'all Americans. You know what I mean? Keeping the sports world rolling. You know what I mean? President, definitely the gift has been in Texas, establishing these big, you know what I mean, these big time fights. I was saying on my live stream, to begin with the Tank Davis Santa Cruz fight in San Antonio, that atmosphere was electric watching it on TV. You know what I mean? A great job was done in the Alamo Dome where I think the fight happened. So moving on to the fight that happened last week, Canelo and Caleb Smith. When you have Spence Jr. and Danny Garcia in Dallas, and then once again in the upcoming, in a couple weeks or so, we have the Brian Garcia and Luke Campbell. So I mean, Texas has been really putting it down, and it's been a true gift. You know what I mean in 2020 for establishing and holding these big boxing events, and not to not to even speak or to not to even forget about the LDBC event that happened in Dallas. So big things happen. You know what I mean in Texas. So definitely a gift. I think one of the most underrated gifts came out of the UK this year. You know what I mean, and it came from by by unexpected person by the name of Eddie Hearn, and he gave us the gift of his garden. You know what I mean? And we was able to see and visit his garden and witness the knockout of the lichen. You know what I mean? I think to go off on another tangent, that was the knockout of the year. And it was a gift to see Alexander Povetkin, old man Povetkin, knock out that fool, you know what I mean, and rob him and take that W or that number one mandatory status from him. So I think that was a great gift. I was one of the few guys in the LDBC that liked the garden. You know what I mean? I was kind of like, why wasn't when the whole pandemic shit was popping over here and fights wasn't happening? I was the nigga saying, yo, why don't the PBC have fights poolside? You know what I mean? And have like, you know what I mean, a event where it's in somebody's backyard, but you know what I mean, you got the pools, you got the ladies out and shit like that, but it's a small scale event. And Eddie Hearn kind of took that in the whole UK sense and put it in his garden. But the optics didn't look the greatest, you know what I mean? It didn't look the greatest because his house had that colonial look, you know what I mean? And then
it looked like a plantation house, bro.
So that's how you get that plantation correlation right there. So at the end of the day, I thought it was an innovative ideal to get away from having like a closed bubble type of stage, you know what I mean, in studio. I like the outdoor events when you see some of the fights back in the day that were at outdoor venues. It adds a bit of an ambiance. So yeah, that was a gift that Eddie Hearn gave us, that lichen knockout. To move over the top rank, you know what I mean? Some of the guys that the promoters I despise, and give them credit. I gotta give credit to and say it was a gift to get the Teofimo versus Lomachenko fight. And there was a lot of talk that, you know what I mean, the fight wouldn't come to fruition. Teofimo was holding out at one point for more money, for an extra 500,000 and whatnot. And I remember at the time, the fight ain't gonna happen. This, you know what I mean, and the fight ended up happening. You know what I mean, and it ended up happening on free TV. Came out free even in Canada. You know what I mean, watching it on TSN, which was actually pleasing. That's another gift. In 2020 in Canada, I was able to watch a full schedule of boxing. You know what I mean, without having illegally stream. I mean, a couple weeks ago, I was like flicking back through. You know what I mean? I had a problem. I had a serious boxing first world problem. I didn't know which card I wanted to watch. You know what I mean?
That's a good problem to have.
Exactly. I mean, that's a good boxing problem to have. So that was a gift in itself. You know what I mean? In 2020, and I hope it continues in 2021, because I tell you back, you know what I mean, I take you 5 years back, and boxing, it was hard to watch boxing on regular TV in Canada. It was dominated by, if any combat sport it was dominated by, was UFC. You know what I mean? UFC still gets the lion's share of combat sports up here, but it's slowly changing. It's slowly changing. You know what I mean? So that was a gift. A curse, definitely. We was expecting December 19th. You know what I mean? Which just recently passed. We were supposed to have that Wilder Fury fight #3, and it didn't happen. The the whole situation with Tyson Fury and his cheating and whatnot, the ongoing drama, the legalities, the ducking. It's just it made for a terrible year in heavyweight boxing. You know what I mean? It started off so promising with having these like the three horsemen, the three-headed horse type of deal, and
Right.
one who, you know what I mean, came out on top. And now that's kind of shit's been put on the back burner and it's been drawn out. And now Wilder, it seems like Wilder's they're trying to take him out of the equation without him actually getting a chance to avenge himself. You know what I mean? Avenge himself the way he wants to avenge it, avenge that situation. So that whole thing has just been tiring, as well as the Errol Spence Terrence Bud Crawford situation has been a gift and a curse in a sense. You know what I mean? And a curse that so much of us are talking about it, you know what I mean? And it's creating so much tension and enemies. And at the end of the day, these two guys, one needs to humble himself more than the other, but both guys need to just do it for the culture in 2021. That's all I got to say about that. I don't want to go too deep into it, but what I was saying on my live stream is that these fighters need to understand that boxing is in danger of being taken over by celebrity boxing if these guys don't come together, if the best don't fight the best in 2021.
Hello. Hello. Answer the phone. Answer the phone, Al. Bob, let's get these big fights in 2021, man. Our fella is on to something with that. I was listening to bro. I'm in the shower while I'm listening. I'm like, damn, bro, really? He really snapping right now on some shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm gonna say this, man, and salute to my brother Phil J508, J Everything, B&B Boxing. You know what I'm saying? Kane, I see all y'all boys in the chat room. Listen, man. 2021, we gotta come out hard for boxing, bro. Our fella hit it right on the head, man. He shot it right in the head, kill shot. If boxing don't make these big fights, man, and that's why I'm at with it, bro. We gotta start pushing these big fights. I'm to the point to where now, bro, it's like this shit is starting to become a circus. And you got your lions, you got your monkeys, you got your clowns. You know what I'm saying? All this shit is a circus. You got your unicycle man dangling on the goddamn line, riding down the line. This shit is just a circus now. But you're gonna have more. You're gonna have another circus coming to town, and it's gonna be the celebrity, YouTuber, social media star, the quote unquote nigga that's popping on the gram, popping on YouTube. And he's gonna bring the entertainment side of it. Then if they match up, because all these guys need is a dancing partner, and you're still gonna have fighters of yesterday, coming out fighting each other, and niggas is gonna continue to support it because when you put a name with a name, it's gonna sell. If you're not already getting names versus names in the current state. Because if you gotta look at it like this, and this is how I looked at it. If you would have had Tyson Fury versus Wilder this year, right? Wilder lost. They could have ran it right back. Let's say that fight was in February. They could have ran it right back in June. AJ could have fought Pulev in June, right along with Fury and Wilder. and you could have had the winner of that fight a couple weeks ago. And so you would have had possibly AJ versus Fury or AJ versus Wilder. Then you would have got the Fury Wilder 3 fight all in 1 year. So if AJ was possibly fighting Fury or Wilder last week or in November, you think niggas would have cared about Tyson versus Roy Jones? Or if you would have got Earl Spence versus Terence Crawford, or you would have got Jamal Charlo versus Canelo, or Benavidez versus Canelo, you would have got Bivol versus Beterbiev. We wouldn't give a fuck about Roy Jones and Jake Paul and Nate Robinson. Guys wouldn't care about that shit. That shit, it wouldn't matter. And that's one thing that I say that the UFC does, but the UFC does it more on a consistent basis. And they put their fights out on the same day as boxing every fucking week. If boxing got a date that on that Saturday, best believe UFC is right there with them, with a fight, if not a better fight. So the goal for 2021, man, is simple, bro. Let's get these big fights cracking. Give us a Wilder Fury 3. Give us an AJ versus Fury. Give us a Canelo versus Caleb Plant or Benavidez. Give us a Charlo versus Andrade. Give us a Bud versus Earl or Bud versus Porter. Give us EJ versus Pacquiao, EJ versus Thurman. Let's see Teofimo and Devin or Ryan and Tank. Let them guys at 135 have a round robin, a merry-go-round. Everybody get some smoke. That's what it's gonna take, man, for boxing to stay whole. You know what I'm saying? Because if not, you're gonna have Jake Paul. Eventually, he's gonna fight somebody. Eventually, somebody's gonna bite on Jake Paul. You're gonna have Logan Paul. Logan Paul already fighting Floyd. So it's like we already starting off 2021 with the bullshit. Because that fight is supposed to happen in February.
Bro, I can't even lie. I like the way Jake Paul, niggas be hating on Jake Paul like he's bad for the sport, but the way he called out Conor McGregor, some of these boxers need to take notes. You know what I mean? That excited the fans. Like,
oh yeah,
the casuals want to see that type of shit. You know what I mean? Niggas need to take, you know what I mean, a page out of the Jake Paul book and start promoting and get people excited about their fights a little bit more often. You know what I mean? Because it's sorry to say that Jake Paul's including some of the things that are missing in the sport. You know what I mean? And that's just that whole WWE type of just hyping the fight, you know what I mean? Calling niggas out like that. So in a sense, to tip my hat to Jake Paul. that I won't call it a gift of 2020, but I don't think he's hurting the sport as much as people put lead on to be. You know what I mean? I don't mind seeing these so-called YouTubers or novices come in and actually train and take the sport seriously, and now they're making a little guap off it. I'm not hating on that. You know what I mean? I'm pleased to see. You know what I mean? That when even in that whole Nate Robinson fight, to speak on that real quick, is like Nate Robinson got victimized because he didn't come in prepared. Came in there and he reverted to street combat. You know what I mean? And not boxing when he's inside the ring. And he got knocked the fuck out. Jake Paul's technique held up, so you guys salute that. So I don't think it's a bad thing for the sport, just as long as guys like, I mean, like, if anything, we want to talk about bad things. It's Floyd Mayweather and his exhibitions with Logan Paul. That to me is kind of a mockery. If anything, I don't even understand it. You know what I mean? Why this exhibition came about, who even called for it? But that to me is kind of fictitious and creates a circus, a mockery, degrades the sport, the integrity of the sport. So yeah, that's my whole take on that.
Right. DB say Leo Santa Cruz, Duck Guillermo Rigondeaux, and Gary Russell Jr., but Tank Davis brought us a beautiful KO. Oh yeah. Jay Everything say y'all don't sleep. Kane say facts. Jay Everything say at least Bob got a good heart. Yeah. Bob can be generous when he feel like it, but he's still an old white rich Jewish guy. You know what I'm saying? And he don't like investing his money in his black fighters. D Nice was good.
What you mean, bro? You could have bought it. You could have bought a mansion in Beverly Hills with the money you invested in Bud Crawford. Huh?
Facts. DB say I want to see Jake Paul fight a real striker. Style. You want to see him fight Stylebender? Kevin Holland, Joaquin Buckley, Uriah Hall, or that caliber of opponents, or even a DB. Yeah, it will be interesting. Big money in the building, my H-Town brother. I see you, my boy.
Go ahead.
Tab Investments, salute to you, bro. What you was gonna say?
Nah. I'm saluting DBs to talk about even a DB. Go ahead with it, brother.
Yeah, man. Shit. Why not? Why not give my nigga DB a payday? Giving everybody else one. Shit. Oh yeah, he got a good heart because he just won't leave us. Oh yeah. He an old healthy white motherfucker, a Jewish motherfucker. He getting some type of good. Hey, bro. Whatever type of pills Bob Arum taking, I want to get some of them bitches when I get 80. Cause that motherfucker is in good health and he's sharp as a tack to be that old.
Hey, you know he's on that OG Skywalker, bro.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, bro. Bob loves the cannabis.
Damn, I ain't know that. Okay. Well, I don't know if my brother JTTT going on, but if he do go on, we'll respectfully bow out. But until I see bro live, I'm gonna keep cooking, man. But yeah, he definitely got a good heart, Jay. Black Banner say when the East is in the house, respect to the West, North, and South. May good health, safety through positive moments be upon your families too. Appreciate that, Black Banner. Appreciate that, man. Merry Christmas to you, man. Happy holidays to everybody. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, man, don't take no offense to me. You know what I'm saying? But it is that time of the year. Joe the Beast in the building. He say Merry Christmas, peoples. Merry Christmas to you, my brother. I ain't never seen you in the building, but if you haven't subscribed to me, subscribe to the All Fella. The link to our channels is in the description. Well, his channel, link to his channel is in the description. All you got to do is subscribe to me from my YouTube. But listen, man, 2021, man. Let's just get these good fights, man. You know what I'm saying? Jake Paul, I have no problem with Jake Paul. He's very entertaining. And some of these fighters should take a page out of his book. His trolling game is immaculate. Trash talking, immaculate. I was watching a video, a little skit he put on where he was acting like the MMA fighters. Immaculate. The kid is hella creative. He uses social media to his advantage. I mean, the whole throwing toilet paper and shit at Connor's sparring partner. Why this nigga was doing the interview with Brandon Shaw, one of the hottest platforms for boxing and MMA combat sports. That's a classic, bro. Classic. And the nigga only follows Connor's wife and old boy, his sparring partner Dennis girl on Instagram. I mean, this guy's trolling game is immaculate. Petty game is at an all-time high. That's how you know when a nigga petty. when BFCB acknowledge your pettiness and give you props for being petty, you a petty motherfucker. Cause that nigga can put the P in petty with niggas. So if BFCB acknowledge your pettiness, if you get Black Fight Fan to post your shit on his page and he entertaining the bullshit, you doing something right. Cause Black ain't really been liking this whole boxing scene shit anyway. So if you got him interested in what you doing and pulling up on motherfuckers throwing toilet paper and you know that's that WWE type shit, bro. He bring a different element to it. But all that would be overshined if these guys make the fights. Make the fights, man. And there will be no Jake Paul popping. Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather will be forgot about. We damn near forgot about Floyd in 2020. The only way he stay relevant is through Tank. But now he see Tank is starting to rise. Earl Spence, rise. Every time Wilder do something, people go crazy, bro. And Floyd is he and niggas ain't talking about Floyd like that no more. So he got to bring himself back to the light. Hey, I'm gonna grab one of these power boys and put on the fight. Let's see what they do. So it is what it is with that. Oh, Joe the B say subscribed about 2 weeks ago. Been loving the content since I got put on. Appreciate that, man. But subscribe to my brother Arthur too, bro. His link to his channel is in the description. Y'all subscribe to the homie. Andre say, yo, 503 ESPN put some weird stuff. ESPN on some weird stuff. They got Tank pound for pound, but not Mel. Shaking my head. Yeah, man. They blackballing. They blackballing Big Bro. That's all it is, man. We all know Mel pound for pound in the top 3, top 5. If he's not number 1 for some guys, you know what I'm saying? We know what it is with that, bro. We know Jamel is pound for pound, bro. The man has literally wiped out everybody in the division that has gotten the ring with him. So, and he's a unified champion. Only need one more belt to unify. If you're gonna put Earl Spence in there, if you're gonna put Tank in there, you gotta put Jamel in there. And there's no knock on what Tank doing because because Tank has 2 different belts in 2 different weight classes, so that's great. Earl Spence, the unified champion at 147, that's great. Jamel Charlo's unified champion at 154. Can't take nothing away from that, man. But like I say, the pound for pound list, bro, even with ESPN, it's subjective. You know what I'm saying? They got boxing media guys who pick that shit. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna like who they like regardless. D Nice say he needs to step back and let the new breed shine. He's gonna get money regardless. If he tanks Tank to the top, he shines. Yeah. Listen, man, Floyd ain't gonna never step back. The dude ain't had a real fight since what? When did him and McGregor fight? Was that 2018, 2017? You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna never step back, bro. He ain't gonna never step. As long as Floyd can keep getting exhibition fights, bro, he gonna do it. As long as niggas still post him and give him attention and clout, bro, he gonna do that. That's Floyd. You know what I'm saying? That is Floyd, bro. That's what he do. You feel me? That's what Floyd do, man. I got. Listen, man. My problem ain't with Floyd. My problem is we not getting these fights. That's the problem. It ain't cause Floyd see that shit too. Floyd ain't stupid, bro. He know that these fights ain't happening. Floyd is just because he not saying nothing about it because he don't want to get these fighters no free promo. He knows what's going on. Why y'all think he was at the AJ fight? He know what he doing. He know AJ got some big shit coming with Fury, Wilder. He know that. So what I'm gonna attach myself to this nigga. Why is it that when
That's one thing.
Go ahead, bro.
My
Go ahead. Nah,
bad.
you good. Go ahead.
That's one thing I gotta tip my hat to Floyd with regards to that, because I forgot to bring that up when it did happen. I mean, Floyd showed king status. I mean, in the UK. First of all, just being able to fly out like in a pandemic, no problem. You know what I mean? Was up in the AJ fight, and then having the presence to and the command for immediately after the victory, the fight's done. AJ leaves the ring to go address and greet Floyd Mayweather, you know what I mean, in the crowd. You know what I mean? That's only something that, like, you know what I mean, a king can do. So yeah, that was on some king shit, definitely. But in a sense, I was like thinking, was he indirectly sending a message to Wilder? In this, just a thought, you know what I mean? Because it's like a couple weeks back, you was ready to be Wilder. You was ready to help Wilder with regards to training. You wanted to be his trainer, and now that has been refused, you over there chopping it up with the heavyweight rival AJ. You know what I mean? I don't know. I felt that kind of a little bit petty. You know what I mean, in a sense. But yeah, that was on some king shit, definitely. Um, commanding the presence of the king in UK. No rules apply for Floyd Mayweather across the world, except for Japan, obviously. You know what I mean? But yeah, other than that, yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. Salute to the
Yeah,
Black Manta. You know what I mean, out there, you know what I mean? Salute to Tay Brown, salute Queen. You know what I mean? I see you, Andre, David, the Real Thomas, salute. And of
yeah.
course, West Side Connect, DB. Go ahead, 503.
Already, man. Salute to everybody. D Nice say too many people worried about the O. Yeah, but Adrian Broner, Pacquiao, Danny Garcia. I mean, shit. All these guys got losses, bro, and they still big fighters in the sport today. Keith Thurman, all these guys, man. It don't matter if you take a loss. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean nothing, bro. Jamel Charlo, my favorite fighter, got a loss on his record, bro. And he pound for pound, pay-per-view, up and coming star. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's all listen, man. It's all on you, bro. It ain't about no O. Everybody can. That's why I say it can only be it can only be one Money Mayweather. It ain't gonna never be another Money Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? So these fighters need to get that shit out their head, D Nice, which I absolutely agree with you. You say Floyd passed the torch to Tank. Semi passed it, bro. He ain't passed it to him all the way. I feel like he could promote Tank way better, but he doing a pretty good job. He doing a pretty good job with Tank. I mean, he definitely turned the kid into a star. You know what I'm saying? I give him that. But let's just be honest. Tank would have been a star with or without TMT. I mean, the kid is just that talented and that skilled. But yes, yeah, you know, Floyd definitely, you know, playing his part, but he can do way better. If he really want to help him, he would stay out the limelight and put that light on Tank fully. David, the Real Thomas, I see you. Tay Brown, say I'm at work making that double pay, get that money. Black Banner say hit the like button when you enter the chat. Chef 503 video, subscribe, tell someone you know to subscribe, press your notification button, subscribe to stay ready. and the War Report. Yes, indeed. Subscribe to the War Report. That link to that channel is in my description. And subscribe to my Houston Hard Hitter brother, the glue of the Houston Hard Hitters, man. Stay Ready Boxing TV. You ain't got to get ready if you stay ready. You know what I'm talking about? Andre say I was rewatching Mile and Chinko. Man, he really beat the hell out that dude. Yeah. Oh yeah, most definitely. That was a good H-Town beatdown he gave Derevyanchenko. You ain't never seen Derevyanchenko get beat like that. You know what I'm talking about? Andre said, y'all think Danny can beat any of the champs at 154? Hell no. Mm-mm. He'll give him a good fight though, but I don't think he'll beat him. What you got on that, bro?
I think he beats Patrick Teixeira. That's it. I mean, the only other champion at 154 is Jamel. So I think Patrick Teixeira, the WBO champion, is definitely a winnable fight for Danny Garcia. I think he has the ability to beat him.
Yeah, possibly. But we know he fighting Castano's next, man. Listen, man, we coming out the gate 2021 hard. You know what I'm saying? We got some good fights on the horizon, man. That first fight on the docket next week is Luke Campbell and Ryan Garcia. And I heard you allude to that fight a little bit on your channel. Let's talk about that a little bit, man, while we got a little bit more time. What's your thoughts on that fight, man?
I mean, this is an excellent step-up fight for Garcia. Luke Campbell's he's been in there with Lomachenko. Didn't he fight Linares as well? I mean, so he's been in there with some decent competition, as well as being a gold medalist in the Olympics. So we know he has amateur pedigree. This will be a tough, definitely Juan Garcia's toughest opponent. I think it will establish him as a top 5 lightweight in the division by him beating Luke Campbell. But there's definitely some dangers in this fight for him. Questions will be answered of his chin. I think it will be touched. There will be some defensive lapses. Ryan Garcia can get cocky and in love with his hand speed at time, and maybe watch his work a little bit too much. So I think those will create opportunities for Luke Campbell in this fight. But at the end of the fight, I think it will be Ryan Garcia raising his hand in a unanimous to split type of decision. I don't necessarily see a stoppage happening. Moving up into the higher rungs of the division, you see less and less stoppages. I'm not a huge believer in Ryan Garcia's power like that. Maybe against mid-tier to lower level of competition, you'll see these spectacular knockouts. But against the upper level opposition, like I said, Luke Campbell to me is a top 10, if not top 15 type of lightweight. We're going to see a unanimous decision here. We're going to see a spectacular atmosphere. Once again, Texas doing big things, holding it down. This fight's going to be in Dallas, the airline arena. I believe the Mavericks play inside of there. So we'll see how much people Ryan Garcia brings out. He's definitely a guy that has the right idea how to promote himself, even without the utilization of being backed by a Golden Boy promotion. He does a lot of good things by himself. He has a major YouTube channel. I think he has millions of subscribers on his channel. Consistently puts out interesting content for that younger demographic. If you're interested in that, you know what I mean. And he does quite a bit of trolling as well. You know what I mean. Some interesting videos and whatnot from Ryan Garcia. So he's on the come up. Promotion wise, I think he He models for Abercrombie and Fitch, so he's getting money. He's getting income from a lot of different revenues, a lot of different streams and stuff like that. So he has a, a good look and a good view on how you should be moving through these boxing streets. But regardless, to go back inside the ring with him, um, yeah, this will definitely solidify him as a top five contender. To be in that discussion, of course, with the Tank Davises, the Devin Haney's, you know what I mean, the Teofimo Lopez's of the world. I still would like to see next. I don't know, those talks died down, but months back, the whole social media back and forth between Tank and Garcia, I still believe that would be a huge fight. Both of them are having big fights in Texas. We seen Tank fight, did the work on Santa Cruz and San Antonio. Why not have Tank and Ryan Garcia in San Antonio next year in 2021? I think that would do big numbers pay-per-view wise and at the gate.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, let me catch up in this chat right quick. I see y'all in the building. DB say I like to see Danny versus Mikey Garcia, Jamal James versus Boots Ennis, and Ivan Redcat versus Mean Machine. Them are some great fights, my boy. Real good fights. I definitely like Jamal James's Boots Ennis. That's probably my favorite one that you said. Yeah, man. All these fights are makeable. All these fights are makeable. It's up to Bob Arum on the Mean Machine part, and we're gonna see what Mikey gonna do. Mikey has gained a little weight, but he definitely could come back in 2021 a focused, determined fighter. But the the table is open. I'm open to all these good fights, man. Like I say, in 2021, man, it's about making these fights, man. Nothing else really matters to me, bro. I don't really care about he shay, she shay. We just got to get these fights for the fans, man. Period. Andre say, in all honesty, I think Ryan will spark Luke. Me too. Me too, man. Luke a beast for sure, though. Yeah. Black Banner say the Soul Scramble. The Soul Train Scramble word is opportunist. He's a financial narcissist exploiting his legendary image to increase his dividends. Yeah. Texas out here saving boxing, allowing crowds. Yeah. DB say Ryan about to rep for the town. He's getting a KO in the middle of the rounds. Okay. Keep a close eye on the judges and the refs. DB say those are not necessarily high-profile fights, but they're great stylistic and competitive matchups. Almost definitely, man, and that's what it's about. That's what it's about with me, man. Just high level, high skill, competitive fights, great stylistic fights, man. I'm for all that, man. I'm for all that too, and I still want to see Jerry Hurd make a comeback at 154 if he can. I'm still here for the Jerry Hurd Jamel Charlo fight. That's another guy who I want to see make a big comeback at 154. Jerry Hurd. But anything can happen, man. Anything can happen in boxing. Anything can happen in 2021, man. I feel like we need to start having an open discussion, open panel to all these fights possibly in 2021, man. We got nothing but time. You know what I'm saying? In 2021, these fights need to happen. Canelo need to fight. A real competitive, high level skill matchup on the even playing field. Get these guys a full training camp, a full 8 weeks to prepare. Deontay Wilder still can make some good fights. Terrence Crawford, if he got his mind right, he can make some great fights. One fight that I'm interested in seeing, and I seen this on Boxing Scene, man. Casamayor who knocked out Duke Micah and called out Monster Inoue. Looks like he's anticipating a showdown with Guillermo Rigondeaux. And he called out Monster Inoue, man. What's your thoughts about Casamayor versus Rigo?
Yeah, that's a real interesting. That's a real dangerous fight, in my opinion. I like Casemiro, but yeah, that's a real dangerous fight. I give the edge to Rigondeaux just because of his boxing ability and his power. Um, Casemiro can be outboxed, I believe, and he's been in there with opponents with untested chins. I would say, you know what I mean? Knocked out Zolane Tete, who was chinny before that. And he also knocked out recently my guy Duke Makai, and he was undefeated but untested and unheralded. You know what I mean? In his first fight in the States. So with that being said, Casemiro is to me untested at the top levels, and Rigondeaux to me is still a top level fighter. But I like his hunger. I like the fact that he's calling out everybody. He has a belt and he wants the champions. He's eager to make these fights. I still don't understand why the New Way fight wasn't rescheduled, but it to me it speaks more to the New Way being protected by the whole top rank uh, protection agency, and that fight will probably never be made. So it's more likely that Casemiro will unify and we'll see unification with Rigondeaux. But I have Rigondeaux edge in this fight. To answer DB's question regarding his fights that he was uh, hoping for in the next year, yeah, I definitely like those fights, but I would actually switch up one of those and have Danny Garcia instead of him fighting Mikey Garcia. I want to see Danny Garcia in an all Philly domestic battle in there with Jerron Boots Ennis. I know niggas think that Garcia is not gonna pass the torch, but um, I think it's one of these fights. If it's marinated properly, some big money could be could be had in Philadelphia if it's done right. And yeah, I just want to see. I like those in city fights, Battle of Philadelphia type shit. So yeah, I want to see the young lion against the old warrior, Danny Garcia, Boots against Swift Garcia. I wouldn't mind seeing that. You said Ivan Redcatch against Mean Machine against Green Beans. Yeah, that would be a decent fight to watch. Definitely a all action packed fight. But I would have if I'm gonna make a quick prediction right now, I got Green Beans stopping Redcatch probably in the mid to late rounds. But yeah, those are some good fights that you brought up, fam.
Yeah. Salute to DB for that. My boy Andre say Boots versus Castillo Clayton makes sense. Yeah, man. I like that. I like Boots. Man, listen, man. Boots versus all these niggas, man. That's where I'm at with it. Boots versus all these niggas. What's up, man? Let's get it. Andre say that's a good fight. DB say the town is on the come up. Jaleel Walker, Chris Lovejoy, Brandon Adams, Lolo Harris, and Michael Hunter had a great win. Had a great wins last week. Yeah, man. California definitely got some, man. I'm not sleeping on the West Coast, man. You know what I'm saying? Can't forget about. I know you ripping. I know you ripping. Southern Cal, but we can't sleep on Northern Cal, man. You know what I'm saying? Trill Bill and Dev, man. You know, can't sleep on them too. They from the town too, man. They just from Oakland. They town business though.
Wait, hold on, DB. Who did Christopher Lovejoy fight? I didn't realize he got a win over the weekend or over the week.
Yeah, well, I don't think he's not talking about Lovejoy specifically. He just was speaking on the LA fighters in retrospect, but
Oh, my bad.
Brandon Adams fought on Ring City a couple weeks ago. Lolo fought last week, and Michael Hunter fought last week as well.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, my bad. My bad.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't think.
hoping he gets out of this contractual situation with Don King. They're supposed to be coming to some type of resolution real soon. Um, but I've yet to hear an announcement regarding who he's going to be fighting next. Um, but yeah, well, remains to be seen what happens with who Christopher Lovejoy gets in there with next. 19-0, 19 KOs. Um, the, I think a very interesting heavyweight contender. I want to see him in there. Was that was another curse of 2020, not being able to see Christopher Lovejoy in there with Dave Allen. And I forget what undercard that was for, but it was out there in the UK. He made it all the way out there, and then the day before the fight, uh, Don King presents himself as the obstacle and threatens legal actions on Matchroom in the zone. So uh, Christopher Lovejoy had to pull out of the fight. But yeah, it remains to be seen. Hopefully that contractual tie to Don King. He was previously supposed to fight Trevor Bryan for that WBA interim strap, but that hasn't come to fruition. So hopefully he's released from that obligation, and we'll see him in there with just anybody. You know what I mean?
Nah, for shit show, man. Um, DB say exactly. Boots versus all these niggas. Yeah, Devin for damn sure. Yeah, we can't sleep on Dev, man. He from the town too. Just Northern Cal. Hopefully, I'll see more Gary Russell in 2021. Michael Williams Jr. versus Devin Haney. We ain't doing too bad with talent and contenders. Dominic Brazil, Hugo Santana Jr., Mikey Garcia, Abner Morris, Charles Martin, Victor Ortiz, Leo Santa Cruz. Oh, nah, man. Listen, California got some great fighters. The only thing with California fighters is that a lot of these guys just haven't got they shot at superstardom. I think Mikey did for a little while, but when he lost to Earl, he kind of went a little left. Charles Martin, he's a former champion, but he lost to AJ, but he definitely making a comeback because he if I'm not mistaken, Charles Martin is like number one in the IBF or something, or one of those sanctioning bodies. I know he beat Jared Washington for that, but for a mandatory spot, I'm not sure for what belt though. And Victor Ortiz making a comeback. Leo Santa Cruz most definitely can come back after that Tank knockout. He just got to move a little different. But yeah, man, like I say, man, we got a lot of good fights coming up, man. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. You know what I'm saying? We'll probably be back live. If not later on, then probably for sure tomorrow. Because I ain't got to go to work today or tomorrow. But we're definitely gonna get into all this good shit, man. We're gonna talk more about these fights. What's cracking in 2021. We're gonna talk about some of these hot boxing topics, man. Be sure to tune into the fights tomorrow. David Morrell Jr., 168, interim champion for the WBA belt, fighting on PBC, man. So y'all be sure to tune into that, and we're gonna see how that play out, man. But go on, close us out, big old.
Indeed. Merry Christmas, happy holidays for everybody in the chat. You know what I mean? Most definitely, it was another pleasure. You know what I mean, to chop it up with y'all during this Christmas day. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Subscribe to the Art Filler as well. The links in the description. I might go live tomorrow. I might do a watch party for David Morrell Jr. versus Mike Gavronsky. If not, definitely be on the lookout Sunday for the Flex Conference. Killer King Furious versus Cadillac Red. We'll have the digital face off going down. You know what I mean? It might be some bars throwing back and forth. We'll see. But it is going down 5 p.m. Eastern time, 4 p.m. Central time. You know what I mean? Inside the War Room, on the War Report. Subscribe to the Art Filler. That being said, it's your favorite, your most hated Art Filler. Salute to my guy, 503 Line. Happy holidays to you and the fam. Salute to the whole chat. Salute to the whole LDBC. And I'm Gizon.
Already, man. Much love to the chat, man. Everybody came through showing love, man. Much love to my brother Black Banner and Black Star Sports TV for his celebration yesterday, man. Y'all keep supporting everybody that support us, man. And be on the lookout, man, for more content, more live streams. Depending on how my schedule look, if I'm back home in time, we might do a live stream. We might not. I know brothers is with their families today, and there's gonna be a lot of cooking, drinking, smoking, chilling, parlaying going on, man. And I want everybody to enjoy their family, man. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and be thankful for what you got, man. Because there's a lot of people that don't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? No family, no food, no anything. And that's really what it's about for today, man. Just enjoy the good, the bad, the ugly. Take the good with the bad, man. And hopefully we get some good fights in 2021, man. But until next time, man, y'all stay tuned in, man. We do got a fight card tomorrow. And the following week, man, we got Ryan Garcia, Luke Campbell in Dallas, Texas at American Airlines Center, downtown Dallas, man. It's going down once again. Y'all support, man. And we're going to be talking more about Ryan Garcia next week as well. We're going to be talking 2020 yearly awards, man. We got Trainer of the Year, Prospect of the Year, Comeback of the Year, Best Father-Son Duo of the Year. You know what I'm saying? Fight of the Year, Knockout of the Year, all that good shit, man. And it is what it is, man. Until next time, man, it's your boy 503 Line. 1-4 for the Houston Hard Hitters with my H-Town Hamilton brother, the Art Fella, man. Subscribe to his channel. The link to his channel is in the description box. Let's get him all the way to 1K. And that's going to be the goal for 2021 to get Art Fella to 1K. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like that, man. H-Town for real. And we get on, man. And it's just like that, man. Peace.
Why the giraffe don't look like the lion? They don't hunt. It ain't got nothing to do with what you eat. You think the lion look the way it eat because of what it eat? You think the physique is what, like watch the lion. You think that physique is that because of what it eat? It's not. It's the hunt that make it look like that. It's the hunt. Because every time it get up and it go out, it's got to run. Every time it go out, it's got to jump on my man and boom, bring my man to the ground. And I don't know if you watched it or not, but I promise you, whatever they catch, it ain't just letting them eat it. It's a fight going on, and every time it fight, it gets stronger. Every time it fight, it get more ferocious. Every time it fight, it becomes more of what it is.